This is going to be a review of a new product I just got. This is a polarizing filter. It's made by the PolarPro company. And this particular filter, it's called a naked filter, glass edition polarizer. But it is made to fit directly over the lens of the GoPro Hero 3 camera. In fact, this filter will not work with the GoPro 3 camera inside the plastic housing, but it fits directly over the lens of just the camera without being in the housing. And I've seen a couple other types of polarizing filters and other filters that are simply just plastic, and they kind of flimsily fit on the front of the lens, but you have to use these inside the housing. In my situation, I wanted and needed to have a filter that would fit directly over the lens, and with that there's less plastic or anything else between the camera and what you're filming. So I decided this looked like just what I was looking for, so I ordered one. The company also makes, if you go to their website, it also makes neutral density filters, a couple of different kinds. But for my situation, I wanted to get just this so-called naked filter to fit directly over the camera without being in the protective plastic housing. So I went ahead and ordered this. And the company does make filters which you can use inside the plastic housing. They make a couple of filters which would be good if you're underwater, and of course you want your GoPro camera in the waterproof housing. But they do make similar types of filters to be used inside the housing. But this one, which I'll demonstrate here in a minute, will fit directly over the GoPro Hero 3 lens. Okay, so I have my GoPro Hero 3 White Edition camera. That's sitting in a beholder light gimbal, which works really well. And this is attached to my DJI Phantom quadcopter. So I wanted to try this polarizing filter, this PolarPro Polarizing filter, onto the camera. Okay, and this is the PolarPro Polarizing filter, and it is designed to fit right on the front of the Hero 3 camera without the camera being in a plastic case. So we'll give this a try. And it easily fits on the front of the camera, and I have to say it's not loose, it's very snug, and in fact it's even a little hard to turn, but that's what it looks like. And I don't think I'm going to be worried at all about this thing coming off. However, you can slide it off fairly easily. And yeah, I can tell it's just a piece of polarized glass, circular glass on the front of this, and a metal frame of some type. But again, it just goes right on the front of the GoPro lens. So anyway, we're going to go out and give this a try. So we're going to take our Phantom up, and couple different flights. The first one we will show will be without this filter, and what we'll do is once we're up there, we'll just do a 360 turn so you can see the effects without the polarizing filter on, and then the second flight we'll do with the filter on so you can compare the two. And these flights are going to be all within about 10 minutes of each other. So the conditions are going to be pretty much the same. So we're going to go outside and start our first flight. To get the optimum amount of effects from this filter, I took it outside and turned the filter, and I did hold the filter up to here to my eye, look through the filter, and then just simply turn the filter. And you can easily do this if you have the light source, in this case the sun, 90 degrees to you, so either to your right or left as much as possible, and simply turn the filter until you can see the optimum amount of the effects of the polarizing filter. It really helps if you have some clouds. It's really noticeable with the clouds, although just a clear blue sky, you'll see the sky darkening. So once you have that optimum amount, then you can kind of carefully take it, and what I did is, as you see right here, I put a little mark, and that's on both sides of the filter, and there's the other mark right there. So that tells me that's where the optimum amount of the effects of the filter. So then when I put it on the GoPro camera, I simply line up either mark in such a fashion so it's the marks right here. It's going to be in a kind of a level plane with the camera. If you didn't have that, and let's say you had the mark in the other direction up at the top and bottom, you're not going to see much effects with the polarizing filter. But by having these marks, you can get it where it's pretty much in a level plane on the camera, and you can turn it to optimize or lessen the effects of the polarizing filter. So okay, so my impressions over this PolarPro Polarizing lens, made specifically for the GoPro Hero 3 camera, is very good. I like the way this lens fits right over the lens of the Hero 3. It fits on there nice and snug. I don't feel it's going to come off, and there's no vignetting when you put this lens over the Hero 3 lens. And you can still turn it to adjust your polarizing effect. And based upon a few of the tests I've run so far, and you can see those videos here on this review, it seems to work really, really good. It seems to be of a good, well-made quality. It is a light metal housing here around the polarizing filter, which I like. It's not plastic. The price of this filter was just under $37 with the shipping, which is certainly within a good range, considering if you look at the cost of a good quality polarizing filter for, say, a DSLR camera. It's still well within the price range. And I think it's the best quality polarizing filter of any I've seen available. And I have not tried one of their neutral density filters, but I will probably be ordering one of those in the future. And I'm sure it will be the same good quality as this polarizing filter. So I would definitely say this is a buy. And if you want a good polarizing filter to enhance the quality of your videos on your GoPro Hero 3, this is the filter to get. And it does seem to do what a normal good polarizing filter does. It cuts down glare, darkens your sky if that's what you want, cuts down reflections, and just makes a overall enhancement to your video. So I would definitely give this PolarPro filter a thumbs up and a definite buy.